Hello, lovelies. It is Monday. Come on in. Let's get busy. We have a Monday ahead of us. Boy, oh boy. And I didn't have time to do my hair. This is just straight out of the blow dry place. So it's clean. And boy, do I need a haircut and a little color, Social distancing. You cannot get a haircut with social distancing. You cannot get your hair done when you're social distancing, honestly. I would be making a case for going gray. Thank you, Catherine. She said I looked lovely. She's such a sweetheart. Have you been in the sprint group? Are you watching everybody? Are you watching seeing everyone's results? Wow, what a sprint we just had. That's pretty exciting. And wait till you hear what I've got for you today. You are not going to believe it, by the way. And don't forget, you need to be sharing because this mindful mug on Friday is going out to somebody that we appreciate for sharing all of this. Hey, Vanessa, Gwen, Angie, 7.8 pounds down. Catherine's husband lost 7 pounds. I am telling you, the sprint works. And if you are a part of the sprint, you surely know that, don't you? Thank you so much for sharing your result. It's exciting for me to watch everybody get their great results. And doesn't it give you that super strong strength inside and make you feel like, yeah, I accomplished that. Yeah, I stayed with the program. Yeah, I am capable of just anything. Your capabilities show up when you do things. You have the capacity for change. You have the capability of changing. Never doubt yourself. We're going to talk about that a little bit. And I do have, like I said, I've got some really cool things for you today. Wait till you hear what we've got this week only. And it's partly because, I want to be really super supportive of what everybody's trying to do right now. And I know we're all coronavirus. I mean, if I hear it one more time, I just might lose my mind. It's the thing. Everybody's talking about it. And I have a little bit of a sore throat that I believe is from seasonal allergies, but it's making me stay in. Normally something like this, I'd be going, this time of the year, everything's blooming. Of course, I'm a little, whatever. But now I'm like, oh my gosh, stay in, don't even think about going outside. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of holding my ground and I'm not going to the gym. I'm not doing anything. I'm just hunkering down and staying the course, staying in, following my own advice. You have to do that. So anyway, I do have something for you today, and I'm going to talk about breaking through or breaking free, right? Or just getting through. Because there's a difference between just getting through and breaking through. And I think that's a huge piece of our pie, and it's how we feel about ourselves. It's what we think of, and it makes, all kinds of things just fantastic. So there are two different ways that you can get this mindful mug. One is you can win it, and you do that by sharing this broadcast publicly so I can see it. I keep track of it, saying a little something about it, and help us to bring in the people who need our support, who need our help, who want to be a part of a community that's caring and sharing and encouraging. And if you're a part of our communities, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There just is nothing like it. The other way is if you buy $250 worth of supplements, get yourself all nice and stocked up, we send this mug free. And as a matter of fact, I just wrote some thank you notes this morning to some ladies who have taken advantage of this, and their mugs are in their boxes on their way out. And thank you again for your support. It means a lot to me. So here's what I have to you too. We always have, and the other way that you can get your stuff shipped free, don't forget, is by ordering something that has the ships free code. And this week it's beauty support. This is one of my favorite all-time supplements because the supplement itself is supportive of the collagen, all the collagen that we're that we're taking in. And what I call it like the matrix for the collagen. You know, this is what holds the collagen. This is what supports the collagen. And when we are in that place of building and creating better quality innards and outards, having something in place like this is amazing. I call it beauty support because it helps with your skin, it helps with your collagen metabolism, helps with everything, and you will see a difference after about 30 days. This stuff is amazing. I take it morning and night. I take one before I go to bed. I'm thinking if one is good, then two is great. You know, I'm all about that. I'm sorry. That's just the way I roll. You know, I want all the benefits. At this point in my life, I get to do that, right? So there. Anyway, so beauty support, if you buy beauty support, and we've got a nice little supply of it right now, if you buy beauty support and it goes in your cart, right in, ships free, right into that little promo window, and you will get it shipped to you free. We will waive the shipping cost. It will be on me, not you. And if you fill up your cart to $250 and add this in, the beauty support, you will also get a mindful mug. I am telling you, people, we have it going on. And one more thing, because I want to say thank you to our community, the community that supports Saving Dinner by ordering your supplements and your programs and your ebooks. By the way, we got a ton of them. You can go to savingdinner.com and just look at all the ebooks. We have a vault full of ebooks to support you. And one series, and Jenny was reminding me about this today, is the Frugal Menu Planning Series. And there's like 12 weeks. You can get it for $15. And it's going to show you how to save money and how to make these delicious dinners for using things that, you know, are cheaper. And you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, we need to start doing this because we need to be cooking at home. You know, stay out of the restaurants, stay out of the buffets. Good grief, they're so gross. Stay out of the public and stay home and hunker down. You know, that's what we're all doing. Cook at home. And if you need some help, I can help you. This is, you know, we've been doing this for a while, so we can definitely help you. And if you look at the vault, you know, ebooks, there's just a bazillion there, and that can help you out. Also, if you're a Dinner Answers customer and you're a Dinner Answers customer for a year, or you want to become one, super easy. Go to savingdinner.com. You know what we're doing? We're putting a free ebook in there of all of our bone broth recipes. And we do this on occasion just to say, hey, thank you, bless you, here you go, here's something that we have for you. And it's all things to help you out and to help you to get the best that you want. But I haven't told you the best thing yet. This week, and only this week, if you order from us, we will send to anyone who orders from us, and I'm talking about the supplements, any supplement that you order from us, we are going to send you the One Pot ebook free. Now, this One Pot ebook is a $37 value because it has everything on it. Everything. It's got Instant Pot, crock pot, sheet pans, skillets, all different styles as well. And you have to choose classic, low carb, or paleo. We don't send them all, just classic, which is just what everything is, low carb or paleo. It's a $37 value. You will get this free. Once you order and place your order in, and you know, like I said, there's a lot of ways to do it so that you can get free shipping as well. Once you place your order, later on, we are going to batch them up and we're going to send out the ebooks, but you need to tell us which one you want. Do you want paleo? Do you want low carb, or do you want the classic family, which is just basically good, healthy eating, but we're not looking at, you know, grains are in there, and so are, you know, so's dairy and what have you, which you won't get in the paleo. No, we do not have keto or hot melt. This is the One Pot collection. We've done this a few years ago. I'm super proud of this ebook, and we will reward you for ordering from us and keeping, you know, Saving Dinner at top of mind. And I love sending stuff out to you guys. So that ebook is high value and great recipes. You can see all of the recipes anytime you know, anything you're ordering from us, ebooks, click on them, and you can see the different titles of the recipes and what have you. And remember, it's not just recipes. It's also plans. You get the menus, you get the recipes, and you get the shopping lists. So we do the whole thing for you so we could get you all set up for anything that you need. And I talked to Tina and Jenny today, and they're like, man, we'll help you out. We'll do this, because it's going to be a lot of work for us on our end to do, because this is all going to have to be done by hand. We don't have an automated process for this. But we want to say thank you because, there's a lot going on out in this world today, and we're all, here we all are inside doing our thing and, following the orders from the government or whomever. And, it can be, we can freak out and be stressed out beyond belief, or we can say, you know what, I'm going to turn this around and have this become a blessing for me and for my family. That's how I'm looking at it. All right. That is how I'm looking at it. So go order, when you are ordering your supplements from us and we're sending you ebooks, we're saying thanks for your support, and here's something that's going to help you get it together in the kitchen. And I will also tell you too, that if you have something like you have a recipe and you say, well, I don't have this, is there a substitute? You can always send us an email into customer service and we can help you substitute or tell you what to do depending on the recipe. I don't like to make people go out and just buy one thing. Cooking is not brain surgery. I always say that. There's a lot of flexibility there. So keep that in mind, and I will help you out, if you have any questions about that. This Friday is Q&A, always Q&A. So if you have a question about nutrition, about cooking, or whatever, just go ahead and send that in to support@savingdinner.com, and in the subject line, put question for Leanne on Friday so they know what to do, so I can get that. All right, so I've been telling you all these different things and how to ship free and this, that, and the other thing. How about we get down to today's subject? And today's subject is something that I think is near and dear to me, is about getting through or breaking through. Because I've said this so many times. Have you ever said this? I'm just trying to get through this day. I'm just trying to get through this or get through that. And it sounds like we are teetering on the brink of extinction, like we're about ready to fall off a cliff and all just like, it's just, life is just so precarious. And I think that's a setup. Honestly, it's a setup for us to stress ourselves out. It's a setup for us to not feel like we have the capacity to be able to handle what's in front of us. And it puts us into this place of saying, I'm so overwhelmed. And I'm so overwhelmed doesn't serve anyone. You can have a lot on your plate. A lot of us do. We do. We have responsibilities. We have things that we need to do. We have work to do, families to tend to, homes that need running, etc. And then there's neighbors that we are, maybe elderly neighbors we're concerned about. We've got pets. We've got all the things. And when everything is, sort of like where we are now with this whole coronavirus thing and what have you, we start thinking about things in different terms. We start thinking about, like, is this a sore throat or do I have coronavirus? Is this, is this neighbor over here taken care of? Do I need to bring a meal over there? Do I need to be in this place of, flipping out? Or do I need to just pull back for a minute and take a breath? And I think a lot of us just need to stop for a minute and just take a breath and stop and just take a look at where we are right now. If you have toilet paper on the roll and food in your pantry and in your refrigerator, you don't need to panic. You don't need to run out, and you don't need to start hoarding. You don't need to be thinking only about yourself and pushing and shoving your way through Costco to get the last of the toilet paper. You don't need to do any of that stuff. And I don't think any of you are in that place. I think what we need to do now is to start thinking about ourselves and our friends and our community and our families, and just start thinking in terms of, how can I serve? Getting out of overwhelm is getting out of yourself. Because when you're in the place of, I'm overwhelmed, I can't do this, I can't do that, you've got way too much navel gazing going on and not enough outreach going on. And or on the other hand, if you're outreach, oriented, and that's all you're doing, and you're not taking care of yourself or your family, you've got everything flipped around. The first thing we have to do is take care of ourselves. Are you eating well? And when I say, are you eating well, I'm going to say this: stay away from the freaking sugar. My feed is filled right now with people with all their hoards, with toilet paper, gold, Pepperidge Farm goldfish and cookies and chips and things. And I go to the store, what do I see? All the junk food wiped out and all the toilet paper wiped out. And the connect the dots is just missing. Do these people not understand that when you eat sugar, you paralyze your immune system? It just stops working. It just goes, it's like frozen for the time being. And we don't need to be doing that right now. Not with everything that's going on in this world. Right now, we need immune systems that are on point. And you cannot out-supplement a bad diet. If you're eating a bunch of crap and then taking all your vitamin C and thinking you're doing yourself any favor, you're fooling yourself. And I'm here to tell you, do not do that. Let's start thinking in terms, you want comfort? I'll tell you comfort. A crock pot full of some good soup. A crock pot full of a stew. Cooking at home. Playing some board games. Being with your family. Loving them up. Telling your kids stories. Being affectionate with the people around you that, we can be with. We don't need to live in fear, but at the same time, we also don't need to be stupid and start defaulting to junk food. That's just absolute foolishness. It's absolute foolishness. We need to protect our immune systems and to give ourselves the fuel we need and stop with all this inflammation garbage. Now, if you've been into the sprint group, you're going to see story after story after story of all this amazing success. And what is going on here? This is what people are doing. People are eating well, they're eating anti-inflammatory, and they're feeling good. Not only are they losing weight and fat, they're also losing the inflammation. This is important stuff. We got to be looking at this, and we've got to be supporting this kind of stuff. This is the kind of behavior that keeps you well. That's my job. I want to keep you well. Sure, social distance and wash your hands and this, that, and the other thing. But also eat according to what your body needs. Don't default to silliness. This is garbage. We don't need to be doing that. So let's talk about, getting through versus breaking through. This overwhelm thing that we can all easily fall into. And you know how it is. We all feel that way, don't we? I mean, you start seeing the news and everything, you start thinking, well, maybe I need to go buy some more toilet paper, or maybe I need more groceries, or maybe I need this. No, you don't. What you need to do is you need to be grateful for what we have and stop the catastrophizing and wringing of your hands. It's never done us any favors, and it never will. That's just the way it works. We have to accept and resign ourselves sort of to what the heck is going on in this world. We cannot control that narrative, can we? We can't control what's happening in Italy. We can't control what's happening in our county or cities or states. We can't control this stuff. What we can control is our response to it. And that's what I want to talk about, breaking through versus getting through. Now, if we're getting through this, whole thing, we're sitting there and white knuckling it. And we're saying, I'm just going to do the best that I can. And I'm just like, I don't know. And maybe we're going to make it and maybe we're not. And staying up at night and worrying. Is that going to help? Is it really going to help? No, of course not. What it's going to do is just put extra stress on your immune system, which you don't need. And it's going to cause more of the same. And remember that our brains are always looking for evidence to support the way we feel. So we turn on the news and then we get more blast, another fire hose worth of bad news and about scariness that's going on and another, expert on TV. Is that helpful? Is that going to help you to get away from being overwhelmed? Or is this going to help you to feel like you're just lost in this sea of freaking out, overwhelmed, distraught, anxiety-ridden, and wringing your hands and worrying? Getting through is never good enough, because you know what getting through is? Getting through is putting all of your cards on black at the blackjack table and just saying roll them. And that's not a good bet. It is not a good bet. 50-50 chance you're going to make it. But on the other hand, why would you do that to yourself? Instead, how about breaking through? And I like this breaking through idea because if we break through, we understand that we are capable of getting through the obstacles that are standing in our way, even if it's ourselves. Here's an example. If you're thinking in terms of catastrophizing and all of this, sit back and take a minute, all right? And write out the blessings that are coming, the gratitude that you have for being hunkered down with your family, the blessings that you have, the opportunities to make memories, the opportunities to get a little housework done, do a little decluttering, do something special, write a letter. When's the last time you sat down and wrote a letter to someone that you loved? When is the last time you got out some cards and just for no other reason wrote a card out? Or how about stocking up the freezer, making some bone broth, making some extra stuff? We've got freezer meals galore in our ebook section on saving dinner, and they're like $5. You know, cheap, inexpensive, and a good way for you to get smart stuff done. When we get things done and we like kind of gird our family up and, you know, batten down the hatches and gird up the fortress, so to speak, we feel good about ourselves. We get something done. Or we can sit like complete messes on the couch watching CNN, MSNBC, and Fox News over and over and over again, fully catastrophizing what's going on and flipping out. Then we come on Facebook, oh my gosh, and there's more to get going on. And you know, you run the gamut, right? You see this stuff. Don't take elderberry, take elderberry. Don't take selenium, take selenium. And all of this stuff going on, and especially me and my little wellness groups, I'm seeing all this stuff and I'm going, okay, so where's the studies? And I'm looking up all the studies. And that in and of itself is also catastrophizing. And I finally just said, I'm done with this. Fully done. You know what? This is where we have to go back into this beautiful self that we all own. Start tapping into our intuition and our knowing. And you know what our knowing is? Our knowing is saying, stay calm, stay centered, stay with God, meditate, pray, eat well, be wise, be gentle, be kind, reach out and extend a hand to somebody who needs it, an elderly neighbor, and go shopping for them or walk their dogs or something. Drink your water, do a little exercise at home. You know, think about all the things that you can do. That's how we break through this obstacle of catastrophizing, of feeling anxiety, of feeling awful, of scaring ourselves to death. We don't have to take the bait. You know, it's out there. It's out there. And there's people out there, shamefully, people out there who are trying to make a buck off of this, squirreling away hand sanitizer and selling, you know, somebody said that in a 7-Eleven they saw a teeny tiny little sample size of hand sanitizer. They were selling it for $9. Shameful. We don't have to be shameful people. We can be people of integrity and women of heart, smart, intuitive women with our knowing firmly intact, knowing that we can break free from all of this stuff. We can break through the anxiety and the overwhelm and all the other stuff that's out there. We don't have to live like that. It's a choice. It's a choice. And isn't it so freeing to know that we have these choices? Isn't it so freeing to know that at any time we can flip our thinking and say, you know what? I'm just going to focus on the gratitude that I have. Sure, the kids are home. And sure, it's a little crazier than usual. But aren't you just feeling so blessed that they're home? Aren't you feeling so blessed that you get to cook up a nice big dinner for your family? Aren't you feeling so blessed that you have a home and then that you're not looking for a shelter right now as a homeless person or something? I mean, there's so many different ways that we can look at this and so many different ways that we can start saying, this is what I want. I want this kind of freedom. I want my brain to be free from this kind of stuff. We don't have to be there. And speaking of that, we have right now the alignment series that I've done, and this whole free series. It started yesterday, but if you get in it now, you can get the whole thing, because I was thinking about Groundhog's Day, which is what I talk about in today's video. But all you have to do is go to savingdinner.com/align, ALIGN, and you will get the series. You'll get the welcome email, and then the next day you'll get the first video and the teaching that goes with it. I'm really proud of this series because it shows you how your body, mind, and soul are all involved in taking back your life, taking back your health, and taking back your waistline. And you know what? Even if you're not interested, we've got a lot of people who are signed up for this and getting this, and it just helps. It helps because it's going to give you food for thought to understand just how in alignment we need to be. It's not just about one thing ever. It's not. It is about all the things. And when we can put together and understand that our whole bodies are involved synergistically, and that our beautiful selves understand this, and they need to be fed as well. Our intuition, our knowing, God, our relationship with Him, all of this needs to happen. And when we're in that place of alignment, then we are calm. We are no longer in this anxiety-ridden place because we're in alignment. We're calm. We understand that things are going on. We understand how our body works. We understand that we're loved, we are beloved, and that we're cared about from on high and right here on planet Earth with our families and friends. It is a beautiful place to be in. And it's also a beautiful place to understand that, because that keeps us away from the overwhelm, right? You understand that, right? We don't want to just get through. We want to break through. We want to break through all of those anxiety-ridden things that are trying to capture our attention right now. So remember that getting through too is when you're just getting through the day, you've assigned yourself the Groundhog's Day kind of existence. Get up, eat your breakfast, go to work, commute, all of the stuff, come home, eat dinner, watch Netflix, go to bed. There's more to life than just that. And that's what this whole alignment series is about. You'll see it. And it's absolutely 100% free. Just go to savingdinner.com/align, ALIGN. So remember this, that when you are breaking through, you are shattering all of this stuff. Breaking through, think about what that looks like. Breaking through, going right through the glass, right through the rock, right through any obstacle that's there, including the stuff that we maybe put together ourselves in our own minds. We can break through any of this stuff at any time just by flipping that little switch that says that you're worth the time to not catastrophize and to start thinking about other things that bless your socks off instead of hold you captive and frighten you. Okay? I don't want to be in that place either. Let's just agree that this is what we want, because this is the kind of life that we want to have. And this kind of thinking will support the life that we're trying to create. What do you think of that idea? I think that's pretty awesome. That's what I think. So go ahead. Don't forget that those Mindful Mug on Friday is going to go out to somebody who shares this video publicly so I can see it. I'm going to choose someone. That's one. And don't forget, $250 in our shop spent, and I will send you a Mindful Mug and a thank you note. And one more thing. If you put beauty support, I don't even know what I did with it. There it is. If you put beauty support in your cart, that's how you get the Ships Free code. Ships Free in the little code thing, and we will ship your entire order free. So don't forget, at $250, you get that Mindful Mug. Put beauty support in there, and then you've just completely made that the best deal of the day. Plus, we will send you a one-pot ebook. That's a $37 value with all of the meals that you could possibly make. At this time of the year, I think this is the best thing we can possibly do, is really hunker down to making some really good meals for our family. How fun. Try some new recipes. What do you think? I think it's a great idea. Myself. Peace out, you guys. You're the best. Love you. And I will see you tomorrow for Tuesday's tip. Bye.